Hey there, if you're watching this, you might be laying in bed, just letting your mind wander. Maybe you're playing this to fall asleep too, or maybe you're just tired of everything. That's okay though, you're safe here. There's nothing you have to worry about right now except breathe, relax, and listen closely. Tonight, I just want to talk about something that's been on my mind for quite some time: the school system, and how I think it breaks a lot of us. Not physically, but mentally, emotionally. It breaks us emotionally on another scale. And I think a lot of people carry those cracks with them into adulthood without ever fully healing. Part 1. The structure was never meant for us. You know, most of the way schools are set up today hasn't really changed in over 100 years. Think about that for a second. The world has changed so much. The internet, technology, mental health awareness. But school? Still rigid, still standard, still industrial. No, literally, it was designed during the Industrial Revolution to create obedient factory workers. That's not a conspiracy. That's history. A 2012 piece in The Atlantic titled "The Case Against High School" explained how students were designed with bells, rows of desks, and strict schedules to train kids to follow orders, not think freely, just obey. And that's exactly what it still feels like for a lot of students. Don't question, don't feel, just perform. Part 2. Mental health and the pressure to perform. Did you know that by age 14, about 50% of mental health disorders begin to show up? That's according to the National Alliance on Mental Health. And school, with its nonstop tests, grades, and social pressure, plays a huge role in that. In a 2018 study published by the Journal of Youth and Adolescence, researchers found that academic pressure and school-related stress were significantly linked to symptoms of anxiety and depression in teenagers. Let me say that again. The very place that's supposed to shape young children in the adolescence is contributing to their pain. And yet we still call it normal to give kids 6 hours of homework after an 8-hour day. We call it laziness if they're too tired to do it. We punish them for being burnt out. Can we just admit that this is not okay? Part 3. The hidden cost of being average. One of the most harmful lies school teaches us is that your worth is tied to a letter. A, B, C, and D. How ridiculous is that? You could be incredibly creative, compassionate, intuitive, and still be told you're not good enough because you don't test well, or maybe your brain just works differently. But instead of supporting that, they often just label you as a problem. In fact, studies have shown that students who are labeled as low performers are more likely to internalize failure, even if they're just as intelligent as their peers, according to a 2015 study in educational physiology labeling alone can lower self-esteem and motivation. So imagine, growing up, year after year, being told you're not enough. That's not just disappointing, that's damaging. Back on track. Part 4. The social side. Kids can be cruel. And it's not just the system, it's the other kids too. You probably remember this, how cruel kids can be in school. The bullying, the judgment, the loneliness. Maybe you were the quiet one in the back, or maybe you tried to fit in and just didn't. Research from Yale University shows that students who are bullied are far more likely to experience depression, suicidal thoughts, and poor academic performance, and yet bullying is still written off as a part of growing up. But it's not. It's trauma. Trauma that lingers. Trauma that follows people well into adulthood. Some kids hurt others because they're hurting too. Others do it to survive, and some do it just to be cruel. They think it makes them more powerful. But for the kid on the receiving end, the damage is real. It can take years, sometimes decades, to even realize how deep it goes. Part 5. No room for real life. School teaches you algebra, but not how to regulate your emotion. It drills you on the periodic table, but not how to deal with grief, anxiety, or love. It throws you into the most emotionally intense years of your life, and then expects you to just figure it out. There's no class for heartbreak, no class for losing a friend, no lesson plan on how to not hate yourself when you fail. And yet, these are the things that shape us the most. Wouldn't it make sense to actually teach that? Part 6. Why this matters. Maybe you felt like school is a prison. Maybe it makes you feel small, powerless, like no matter what you did, it was never enough. You're not alone in that. There are thousands, no, millions of people who felt the same exact way. And a lot of us are only now starting to talk about it openly. Because for so long, you weren't allowed to. You had to suck it up, be grateful, or stop whining. But it's not whining, it's survival. Part 7. Healing and Hope. If you're still here, thank you. That means something. It means you're listening, it means you care, maybe even just a little. And maybe that's where the healing starts. It starts by knowing that none of this was your fault. You didn't fail the system failed you. You are not lazy, you're not stupid, and you're not weak. You're human. You've been surviving an environment that often wasn't built for your well-being. If you're tired, that makes complete sense. If you're angry, that's valid. If you're sad, you deserve space to feel that way. And if you're trying your best, even when it feels like you're falling apart, I see you. We see you. Everybody sees you. Now, what I'm about to say isn't coming off of a script I made 2 hours ago. This is coming from the heart. The school system is messed up and it's rigged. The best you can do as the average everyday student is just try your best on your assignment, but don't stress about your grades, no matter how much your teachers or parents harp you on to get better grades. If it involves you doing hours of homework, I would skip out. It's better for your mental health and your sanity. And just try to spread the word. Make sure everybody knows about how you feel about this system, and maybe there'll be a change. But as you drift off tonight, I just want to leave you with this. The system may have tried to define you, but it doesn't get the final word. You do. And the most powerful thing you can do is to keep going, to heal, to grow into who you truly are, and not into who they told you to be. You are not broken, you're becoming. Good night, friend. Sleep well. You deserve rest. And you always have.